it was announced earlier this week that we are going to get a new Matrix movie. Now, I have always been of the opinion that the Matrix has been one of my favorite film franchises. The first Matrix movie is probably one of my favorite films. Period. Like whenever somebody asks me that question, "What's your favorite movie?" Come on now, like there've been a thousand millions of movies made. The Matrix. But it has been one of those films that, in my opinion, was a genre defining type of film and a game changer. It wasn't until The Matrix that we really started to see an uptick in the slow motion, type of use. Like ever since Neo dodged that first bullet, man, everybody's jaw dropped. I mean, I remember going to see The Matrix for the first time, and the theater was packed. It was packed. And a lot of that had to do because of the marketing. If some of y'all remember, the trailers for The Matrix didn't tell you anything. Matter of fact, there was a whole website that said, "What is The Matrix?" And it still didn't tell you anything. But it was so much curiosity, it was so much hype that it was just fantastic. Yeah, like I absolutely loved it. I know some people didn't really like part two. I like part two. I thought part two was cool. And part three, it was a little tough. It was a little tough. And as for part four, because they did come out with the more updated sequel, and this was happening during the pandemic. That was a miss for me. I did not care for it. And I think the irony in the fourth film was the fact that one of the messages was about how Hollywood was constantly making reboots and constantly going out and taking crappy sequels just so they can cash in on the IP, right? Like that was the message of the actual film. Now, I don't know if it was part of the irony to make the fourth film not that good because mission accomplished, but that was kind of the theme that they were pushing there. But it looks like we are going to get another one. Now the reports are calling this Matrix 5. Now I don't know if it's actually going to be a continuation, um, or if this is going to be a reboot. I'm a little iffy on which direction they should go. I don't know if they should do a reboot. I don't know if they should do a continuation, but there is one thing that has absolutely got me convinced here, and that is who they have behind this. It says here the studio announced, WB announced that a fifth Matrix movie is in development. It'll be the first installment without the Wachowski siblings as directors. Instead, the Martian screenwriter Drew Goddard will handle filmmaking duties, and he will also write the script. Now, it says here it's not clear who from the Matrix universe will return. So we don't know if Keanu's coming back. We don't know if anybody is coming back. It says the plot details they're not revealed, but the president of, Motion Pictures president of production did tease that the story will advance the fantasy world without straying too far from what made the series a success. They go on to say here, Drew came to Warner Brothers with a new idea, offering a unique perspective based on his own love of the series and characters. So I like that, right? I like the idea that you're getting someone who's really passionate about the franchise and the movies, and they're coming with a new idea. This reminds me of like Ryan Coogler with what he did with Creed, being a fan of the Rocky series, or maybe, and we haven't seen it yet, Fede Alvarez, who was a fan of the Alien films, and he's coming in and doing an Alien Romulus movie. So I like the fact that that the filmmakers are passionate about this. That doesn't mean the movies are going to be great, but at least it's coming from a good place, and I'm okay with that, right? Now, I'm still excited about the fact that it's Drew Goddard. And if you think about what Drew Goddard has done, and this guy's got good credentials, okay? Goddard was nominated for writing The Martian, with Matt Damon. Solid film. He was also the writer for Cloverfield, which I liked, and World War Z with Brad Pitt, where he was a writer director for The Cabin in the Woods and Bad Times at El Royale. Now, I was not a fan of Cabin in the Woods for different reasons, but I understand a lot of people did like it. And Bad Times at El Royale, I like that. That was the Chris Hemsworth film where he was a villain in that movie. But if you look at Drew Goddard's record, this guy's record is pretty solid. Okay, this is the guy. Again, he gave you The Martian. He gave you Bad Times at El Royale. But let's see him as a writer. Because I always tell y'all the writing is where it starts. That's the lifeblood right there. He did Buffy the Vampire Slayer, solid series. Angel, solid series. Alias, solid series. Look at this. IMDb, if you can get like a 7 or above, you have a really good thing on your hands. This guy's got an 8.3, 7.9, 7.6, 7.0. He did Lost. He did Cloverfield. He did other things with Buffy the Vampire again, Cabin in the Woods, World War Z, The Martian, The Defenders. Okay, he wrote an episode on the Netflix Defenders. And by the way, he's the guy behind the Daredevil series. Yes. The Daredevil Netflix series, one of the greatest products of the of Marvel on television. This guy is behind it. So you know what? I'm okay with him being on board because I went back and looked at the writers for the last Matrix movie. Terrible. So I'm sitting here looking at the old writers for the last movie. So all they need is somebody who knows how to write and someone who has a good track record. That's enough to give me some confidence that this guy knows what he's doing. So I am all on board for Drew doing this. What did he do as a director? Let me see. Okay, so as a director, he directed Bad Times at El Royale and Cabin in the Woods. So that's fine. I'm okay with this. Let's go. And he loves it. So he loves the Matrix and he has a good track record. I'm down for this. So you guys let me know, how do you feel about a 5th Matrix movie coming out? Does it help that a competent director is going to be behind it, a good screenwriter at that? Does it help that he really loves the franchise? Or maybe are you tired of the Matrix? Maybe it should have just stopped after the 3rd film. Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.